days 35 through 36 of Project 40K and 40 Day, and I am not any closer to my goal than I was on day one, financially. However, I'm starting to feel a little more confident in the approach. I realize posting a lot of these podcast episodes, videos, just audio on the internet might work for people who already know me, but there's a lot of people on the internet, so why would they listen to me? They don't know anything about me. They've never met me. I'm just another person. So what is so compelling to click on my name? What's so compelling to keep listening? And I think I admire how Tim Ferriss has a podcast, and I forget that Tim Ferriss didn't start with the Tim Ferriss podcast. He started with, or the Tim Ferriss show, he started with the 4-Hour Workweek. And it was a book that was very relevant towards a lot of people. They said, oh, I would love to have a 4-hour workweek. And they bought the book. I bought the book. I remember reading it, I think when I was in Tanzania back in the day, 2008, 2009. And so he started with a topic that was very relevant to a lot of people, and then through that built trust. And people have told me that this is the approach I should take over the years, and I was kind of annoyed by it. Just want people to trust me and to understand me, but challenge is it can be a slower process to gain that trust. And a faster way to get attention, especially on the internet with so much competing attention, is to have a topic that people find very relevant, unless you're already popular and famous. But I'm not popular and famous. So I think focusing on emotional combat, and even maybe having a segment on the podcast that's emotional combat with Jim Kleiber, and maybe that's even a separate podcast. I think that might make sense. Emotional Combat with Jim Kleiber is a separate podcast, still hosted on the same website, but looks different in the podcast feed. And have that be the focus, at least for now, try it. And still have Jim Kleiber's show in the background, where once people start to understand me and get to know me better, maybe they'll flow into that. So either it'll be a segment or it'll be a new podcast in itself. Emotional Combat with Jim Kleiber, and have different types of podcast episodes, some that are long-form guest interviews, conversations about emotional combat itself, about the concept of it, and also about how to train and get better at it. And then also maybe some short-form videos and then some really short-form, maybe daily content as well. So not sure how I'm going to go about that, but just wanted to update that. I think maybe that's a better way to get attention on the internet, and it's really hard to get attention these days. So what do you think? Respond, please. Let me know. Curious to hear your thoughts.